Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Right now I have a person over here. Actually, he's a World of Warcraft 13 years veteran player who just switched to Guild Wars 2, asking me some questions. And I don't know who he is, but I'll do my best to answer them as best as I can. I don't that's a very interesting name. Sorry, I cannot pronounce it. So he says, "Good morning. I'm new to Guild Wars 2, and I'm glad I found your channel. I'm glad you're here. I got some questions, actually a lot. Okay, I hope you have some time to answer them in Guild Wars 2. Your PvP rank and your gear is shared across accounts. So he's asking me if in Guild Wars 2 your PvP rank and if the gear is shared across account. Well, across account, do you mean across characters per account? Because if you build one account, and let's say per account you have 6 characters, your PvP rank is shared with all your characters. So technically, it doesn't matter which character you log in, you will have the same PvP rank. As for the gear, Bale, yeah, well, basically the gear you need to pick the gear. It's not the gear is retrospect. It's like everybody is have the same gear. Their gear doesn't count in PvP like in unranked arenas. Because in unranked arenas, everybody has the same gear. The only difference is the amulet, and the PvP gear. Technically, when you log in to your character, you know when you go into your personal information, you have your stats, you have your gear, right? Well, just on the top corner, like just above, just near the headset, there's the headset. You'll have like a little icon with like that looks like a headset and a double sword. Click that. Once you do that, you will see like another type of set for PvP, and you will have to choose the amulet and the sigils for your unranked arenas. Meaning that your gear doesn't matter. What matters is the amulet and the sigils and the runes that you pick for the instance of PvP. So the gear doesn't really matter in unranked arena. However, in World v World, the gear matters in World v World, and World v World is different than unranked arenas or even ranked arenas. In World v World is basically open world, World of Warcraft technically, where anything goes. You go in there, you build, you defend, you attack, you stay in group, you gank, you get killed, you can even gather. So yeah, so in World v World, your gears matters, but in unranked arenas or even arenas, any arenas, your gear doesn't matter. It's the sigils and the amulets that matters and the runes. Okay. And every rune's amulet, they have their own stats. So some amulets and runes and sigils, they'll have like more efficiency for I don't know, precision or DPS or power or condition. It's like dots or defense. So you have to pick the build. It's like a build that you have to pre-made before you enter the unranked arenas. You can do that anytime you want, even before you queue for arenas. And I suggest that you go in the PvP lobby in order to practice to test your build. PvP lobby, it's before if you click your like the PvP whatever keybind you have, you will see it says PvP lobby. Go in PvP lobby. In there you can switch, you can try builds, and then you have like dummies that allows you to practice your build. So you can test your builds, you can test your DPS, you can see if you're efficient or not, etc., etc. And then you can test your rotations. You know what I'm saying? So go into PvP lobby and do your test. All right. So that's because I heard achievement is across account. Now, I just want to make sure that I understand what you're saying. Across account, you mean across between characters in the same account, or you're talking about two different accounts? Because in one account, you can have many characters, okay? So if that's what you're saying, then yes, achievement is account bound for one account per character. So every characters will have the same achievement. If you go on one character and you have achievement, the other characters will have the same achievement for PvP unranked arena. Does well, any even World v World will have the same achievement. All right. I would like to play support and do healing, not just share boons. Well, you have. Oh my God, You know what? I think veteran players in Guild Wars 2 will be able to assist you better in that because I'm still new. I've been playing Guild Wars 2 for 3 months only, 3 months and a half maybe, and I still have a lot to learn. But if I am to give you my own experience and my own suggestion, I think it would be better if a Guild Wars 2 veterans reply back to you, because if I tell you something and maybe it's not the right thing, then it wouldn't help you, right? I would like to play support. And okay, well, me, what I would suggest from my experience is to have a ranger, the druid ranger. I use druid ranger for support that does a lot of healings. You have also revenant support that can do healing, Revenant support. You also have who else? Who Necromancer Necromancer Scourge. If you use a like healing build, if you put power, toughness, or I think it's power, vitality, and healing as stats in your unranked arenas, sigils and runes. And when you use barriers, it will be very beneficial for your teammates. You're not just gonna share boons. You're gonna be very efficient, but it takes a lot of practice. Trust me. I've been playing for 3 months and I still have a lot to learn. But I think there's some class that are better than others in a sense, but it's really relative. You have to find your niche. You need to find out what makes you feel happy. Me, I'm kind of versatile guy. I kind of play with everyone. I cannot tell you what. Well, if I was to make a pick, I would say the ranger druid spec. But druid, you need to be level 80, and it's an elite spec. Elite spec is like it's like a spec that you only get after you reach level 80, and then you need to unlock it with hero points. So hero points is not that easy to, well, it's easy and not easy because you have many ways to acquire those hero points. But if you want my suggestions, do world v world, stay in groups, do world v world, stay in groups if you can. If you find a group like a squad commander, then join the squad commander and stay with them. It's gonna take you a lot of time, not a lot of time, but it'll take you some time to process, to understand. Stay with the groups, learn as you go, do some research on YouTube and wiki, and you will get your hero points, because there's a way to get hero points faster to unlock your elite specialization. So the ranger druids elite specialization, you need to get to unlock your hero points. But that's me. I go in world v world to unlock those. But you can also unlock these hero points in PVE, in a sense that you can just find them on the map, like the entire map. There's different places where you can unlock hero points. It's just that it can take you a little bit longer, relatively speaking. Depends how fast you are to explore, find them. Whether if you don't know where they are, it's going to take you more time. Some hero points, like let's say if you go in Maguma jungle, which requires you to have Heart of Thorns expansion, you will need to, there will be some puzzle you need to do in order to get those points, which gives you 10 points instead of, because in Tyria, if you just search for hero points in Tyria, it gives you 1 points. But if you go in Maguma Jungle or Pad of Fire, you get 10 points per spot that you find. But those 10 points, hero points, that if you find them, you'll need to do some of them requires you to do some puzzle, which means it's going to take you some time to acquire them. But if you don't want to go through all that, like I said, you go into world v world, stay with groups, do your dailies, just stay with them and do what they do, and just gain your do some research, because it's gonna be a little bit complex to explain to you. So it's better if you watch some YouTube videos. It's way faster. Uh, the best suggestion, if I am to give you the best suggestions, to stay with the group, any kind of group. If there's no group, well, that's a little bit problematic. You can try to ask someone to play with you. If nobody answers, then go back to open world and try to find your hero points, or just keep doing something else. But the best way to play this game, to be honest with you, is to do everything, not just one thing. If you just do one thing, you're gonna get bored. That's why me, I do a little bit of everything. Pretty much. That's how I have fun. And also try not to have high expectation. When you go in there, I go there, I don't go there to win or to lose. I go there to have fun. So don't go there with I did the mistake of like, I need to win, 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 win. Because if you do that same mistake as everybody does, a lot of people do that from World of Warcraft, like I did, you will be disappointed, and you will be like very unhappy, and then somebody's gonna make you unhappy, and you'll be sad, and you'll be like, "Oh, this game sucks." Well, it doesn't. It doesn't sucks. It's just that you have high expectations. Don't have high expectation. That's the best suggestion I have for you. If you do something, do it for fun. Don't do it to win. Once you understand how it works, then you can put a little bit more, be a little bit more competitive, and you can try to win. But don't even still, even if you win, don't be too happy because the fact that you win doesn't mean you win. It just means that you succeeded to achieve something, but it doesn't make you a better player. You know what I mean? There's no better player actually. There's only you doing your best. That's how I would best describe how I feel when I play this game, and that's the difference between Guild Wars 2 and World of Warcraft. Because in Guild Wars 2, I don't feel forced to try to be the best. See, that's one big mistake a lot of MMORPG players have, even in Final Fantasy 14 or ESO or any MMORPG. If you come from World of Warcraft, your first thing is I want to be the best. Don't think like that. That was my mistake. And now that I play Guild Wars 2, I don't even think about being the best. That's why I'm enjoying it, and that's why I keep playing it. All right? So that's one thing to consider, all right? One second, I want to see if it's recording. It is recording. From my small research, I found there are three professions. What? To deal with Guardian Elementals, with EOD Thieves and Necro, I forgot about them. Okay, it's better to ask a veteran Guild Wars 2 vet player. So any veterans watching this, can you guys answer that question? Yeah, because I did not finish playing the Guardian Elemental. I didn't finish it. Thief, I kind of finished, but I didn't do any healing. Well, thieves cannot. They heal? Wait. No, they can be support, but they don't heal. Necromancer, yeah, they can heal, I think. Like if you do power, if you put healing stats, and power and I think vitality or toughness, I forgot, then yeah, you can be a great healer with shades. But then there's also the spec that you choose. So you can watch also some of my videos playing Necromancer if you want. Maybe that can help you, but I would suggest you do some Google search on Wiki as well. That can be helpful, and some YouTube videos on Necromancer support so you can have a better idea. Or veterans players will reply, but I'm very sure that a veteran player will come down here and give you a good answer to that. So if this is correct, can you explain me what is everyone is doing exactly? I mean, their strength and weakness. Oh my goodness, bro. Ian, I'll give you a resume. What is everyone doing? I cannot speak for everyone. I can tell you what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I relax. That's my way of playing. I relax. Why do I play like that? Is because if you force yourself to go too fast, you're gonna be stressed. And if you're stressed, you'll feel kind of miserable in the sense that you'll feel, oh, I'm always late. Oh, everybody is geared. Oh, everybody has better gear. Everybody's so good in PvP. Everybody's so powerful. I suck. You're gonna feel like that if you're trying to play like any other MMORPG players who always want to get to the end game. I don't even care about end game, to be honest with you. My end game is to have no end game. Of course, I do want to have legendaries. Of course, I want to have kills in PvP. Yes, I want to have some new outfits, new costume. But you know what? At the same time, I sincerely don't mind to not have these legendaries. This is a personal decision for you to decide, do you really, really, really want that? And why do you want it? What's the purpose? If that can help you to be happy in a sense that you can actually have fun trying to grind elements or crafting items in order to acquire that legendary, and by the end of the day you can still have a smile on your face without saying, oh my god, this is tedious, this is so hard, there's too many things to do, oh, this is going to be too long. If you don't feel like that at the end of the day, and your end goal is to gain a legendary or an outfit or a gear, then yes, so be it, be my guest, make that your end game. But if you feel at the end of the day, before you log out, you'll be like, oh man, this is so long, this is painful, this is tedious, this, man, I don't want to grind anymore. If you feel like that, then I suggest that you reconsider figuring out what is your end game. That's how I play. I don't even care about end game because I'm not stressed and I don't want to be stressed. Do you know how the right now the planet is super stressed right now? I don't need extra stress in a video game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, can you explain to me what is everyone is doing? I cannot tell you what everyone is doing because everyone has a different end game. So it depends. What do you want to do? What is your goal? That's the answer to your question is to ask yourself, what do you want to do? What is their strength and weakness? Oh man, that's a vague question. I don't know what you're saying. Like, what's their strength and weakness? I sincerely don't know what to answer to that. Strength and weakness. Oh, well, every class has strength and weakness. Well, you're gonna have to try them. My suggestion is that you need to try every class, and you need to find out what is their strength and weakness. I cannot tell you because first of all, it's way more fun that you find out than me telling you what it is. That's how I have fun to discover. So if you like to discover, there you go. In general, I would like to play mainly PvP, a profession as support, but sometimes I can go as DPS, mainly caster off spec. I hate melee DPS because only support can be boring. The playstyle of support I like to play is good mobility, do heals obviously and capable to support with some damage and CC. Other words, I don't like a support class just stands still and spamming heals like a heal bot. To my experience would be Ranger Druid Rangers, and Necromancer Scourge. But those are elite specialization. Like I said, you need to be level 80. Then you need to unlock the hero points, which is going to take you some time. So yeah, that's my personal, like input in that. But like I said, Guild Wars 2 veterans, when they're going to reply to you, they may be more specific about it. I started playing Elementalist. The Elementalist is very powerful, by the way, and I like Elementalist. I did not even finish it. I get to level 20. I thought to try PvP because the people saying from level 3 can start PvP, so I try one on ranked game. I was clueless as fuck. People on MChat was raging. Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna make a video about PvP. Did I do a video about unranked arenas? No, I didn't. I'm gonna make another video about that because there's something I need to specify. But I'm gonna. Oh wait. Was raging and spamming me to uninstall the game. It was really disheartening. Do you think it's better to try PvP as max level, unlock all my traits, and will be more rewarding? Okay. Um, I just come from 13 years WoW experience to a new MMO to enjoy PvP, and I'm completely lost, just like me. You're pretty much just like me. Any reply will be appreciated. Okay, to answer that question, I'll try to be as specific as possible. Yeah, it is true. You can start level 3. You can start PvP at level 3 in unranked arenas. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem in Guild Wars 2 compared to World of Warcraft. In Guild Wars 2, there's no Arathi Basin, in a sense that there's no 15 vs 15, there's no 10 vs 10. There's only 5 vs 5. Meaning, if you the problem is that there's the matchmaking issue at level 3. When you jump in unranked arenas in Guild Wars 2, you will be matched with other players, which can be most of the time veteran players who's been playing for years. So if you're brand new and you don't know nothing, and you get into a 5v5, to actually, how can I say this, not play to their expectation, some of them, not everybody, but some of them will be very angry because they think you're like, because the thing is, like, they want to win. They're doing it for their dailies in order to win. Some of them are like that. They take this game a little bit too seriously. And if you don't play good enough, or if you don't do the right mechanic, which is normal because you're new, you're destroying their entire game. In a sense that the fact that you don't know what you're doing, it becomes a 5v4, and that's a big deal because if the other opponent team are 5 veteran players and your team is like 4 veteran players and you are the only one who's new, it's gonna be a 4v5, and unfortunately the chances to lose are pretty big. You're gonna lose there because in 5v5 you need to know what you're doing at least. There's a difference between losing knowing what you're doing and losing not knowing what you're doing. So if you lose not knowing what you're doing, some players may take it very the wrong way. They will say things. That's why I never watch chat. You see on the corner left, you will have like the tab. You have chat. You have main chat. You have combat. You have whisper. Whatever. Me, I put it on combat because I never read chat. So the first thing I suggest you to do if you want to PvP in unranked arena is to put your chat on combat. Put it on combat. Do not read what people say because some people will rage. Some people would do what they will say stupid things. When I started playing Guild Wars 2, I did that mistake to do unranked arenas. Well, that mistake. Oh, because I was like you, I did not know what I was doing. I was a 16 years PvP player from World of Warcraft, but in Guild Wars 2 it's totally different. It's not the same thing. And what happened is that I destroyed everybody's game almost, and people were really literally raging at me, and I was into a fight to the point where I wanted to uninstall the game myself. So if you really, really want to play, then put on combat. I suggest you put it on combat tab and just do what you do. Just go in there and have fun. Because the thing in unranked arenas, this is how I think. Unranked arena is a place where you practice. You go there to have fun, not to win, not to lose, but to practice. Then you have ranked arena where it matters that you actually, this is for professional veteran players, or anyone who knows how mechanic goes and who are proficient with their class. But unranked arena is like a random BG in World of Warcraft, where whether you win or lose is just for fun, right? Some people take it seriously because they just take it seriously. So you need to put that in consideration when you get into a unranked arenas in Guild Wars 2. It's not the same thing as in World of Warcraft, because let's say you play War Song in World of Warcraft, one person AFK, or even Arathi Bassin, 15 vs 15. If one person AFK, or two or three people AFK, you may still have a chance to win because you have 15 players, right? But in Guild Wars 2, you have 5 players. So one person who doesn't know what he's doing is a big problem. Now the matchmaking is another issue because ANET, who are in charge of the game, decided to blend everybody in together. Why? Because they wanted to give the opportunity to everybody to have fun, with, of course, the presumption that everybody will get along. Well, people usually get along, because Guild Wars 2 is not as toxic as a World of Warcraft, but usually people get along. One time I went into an unranked arena with veterans players, and I told them, guys, I suck. I'm brand new, so I just wanted to let you guys I suck, and I'm sorry in advance. And you know what the veteran player said? They say, "Don't worry, everything is fine." I'm like, holy shit, these guys are not gonna rage. And you know what else? We won the game. We won. I was like, what the fuck? I was not even productive. I didn't do shit. You guys actually killed everybody. What the fuck? The reason is this, because it's random. So what happened is that my team, we had 4 veteran players, and the other team, they have, I think, 2 or 3 new players and 2 veteran players. So it doesn't really matter. It's just it's random. You understand where I'm going? You may win, you may lose, you may yin 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 yin. Who cares? Go there and have fun. If you go with this mentality, then you will not let anyone make you give you a bad day or bad experience. You understand? Another thing not to do, what I can suggest you to do, is to not only do PvP. That's my suggestion, because trust me, as a 16 years RBG World of Warcraft PvP player, do not do only PvP. You will feel miserable. You will feel miserable. You want to have fun in PvP? Do everything. Do SPVE, open world. Do some PvP. Do World v World. Go in different place. Socialize. Say hi. Help people. Do some events. Go back to unranked arenas. Do fuse. Come back to open world. Do some World v World. Are you feeling my drift? Do your quest. Do your story. Okay, you know what? Even better. Do your main story. And then once you did like few chapters, or not few chapters, but like few steps, like, because you have, in one storyline you have, like, I think 8 chapters. Is it proper what I say? Because storylines can be long, but do one step and then go back to unranked arenas. Then, I don't know, do some gathering, go back to, I don't know, go explore something, for an hour, then go in World v World for an hour, go back to PvP on ranked arenas, and, are you feeling my drift? That's how I actually have fun. Because if you just do PvP, 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 you're gonna feel miserable, and you're gonna say this game sucks. Because, like I said, the matchmaking in Guild Wars 2 on ranked arenas is not fair. It's random. Well, unfair. It's not. It's not that it's not fair. It's you never know what you're gonna get. So if you don't mind getting into a game where everybody, like, gonna be very miserable and they're gonna hate you, then then do it. But if you do mind, then don't. does just go in me. So now I'll be honest with you. In Guild Wars 2 for unranked arenas, maybe I do one or two or three unranked arenas and I stop. And then I do gathering, then I do some quests, then I do my storyline, then I do some other fun stuff. Then I just do a little bit of everything. Don't just do unranked arenas. That's my suggestion. I strongly recommend that you do some wiki search on other features because there's a lot of fun thing. The good thing about Guild Wars 2, I'll be very honest with you and trust me on my word when I say this. The best fun part of Guild Wars 2 is the open world when you do solo questing or when you explore when you explore there will be raids like open like what is it world events. In these world events you're going to have a lot of players that's going to be helping each other to kill a boss like a world boss like in World of Warcraft. But this in Guild Wars 2, that's one of their prominent features where a lot of people gather together. They gather together, they kill the boss, and it's not that easy, by the way. Trust me, it's not easy, but it's fun when you meet. You can meet people. This is one of the fun thing because you don't feel alone. And the PvE players in general are very kind, are very nice people. You will notice that nobody will rage. I've never seen, well, never. Maybe in my three last months, I think I've seen one person who was very very toxic in open world. But in open world, people are very nice. Oh, you'll figure it out yourself. But like I said, don't just do PvP because then you'll feel miserable and maybe this game will not be for you if you just do PvP. And that comes from a 16-year RBG leader in World of Warcraft. Trust me when I say this, I'm not lying to you. Anyway, guys, so I hope that this answered your question. I'm happy that you joined Guild Wars 2. Hey, by the way, no, there's no rush. Don't rush, man. Don't rush. Don't do the same mistake as I did at the start. Because if you rush, you're gonna feel miserable. All right, guys. So, and every Guild Wars 2 veterans in my channel, usually they're very nice. They will help you. I'm very sure they're gonna answer all your questions. So, yeah, guys, if you guys want to help him with his some other question I couldn't answer, please be my guest and help him. And thanks for joining. And if you have any other question, feel free to come to my channel and ask any question because veteran players will answer your questions. Well, I'll make sure that people do help you the best they can. All right, thanks guys for watching. Let me know. Please like, comment, subs, and hey, welcome to Guild Wars 2, guys. People from World of Warcraft are coming to Guild Wars 2. This is a fucking good news. I told you from the start. If a World of Warcraft veteran players promote videos on Guild Wars 2, other World of Warcraft players will be like, oh shit, this guy is playing Guild Wars 2 more than Final Fantasy 14. What the fuck? Are you guys feeling my drift? So all of you need to kiss me. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Irvin, do not kiss me. Swear to God, if you touch me. No. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Cheers. I love you guys. Cheers. Wow.